Yo, Big Kish back up in here. I thought this was a dope video to go over. It's called the rap political spectrum. Now, y'all know, I don't know nothing about politics. I don't know nothing about the left wing, the right wing, the left ankle, the back elbow. I don't know nothing about that. So hopefully I could gain something from this video. But it's going to go over how certain rappers are probably left wing or right wing or probably in the middle or something like that. And they got a section with Kendrick in it. And we're going to go over that. First, we're going to do a little build up. He's going to explain, where hip hop was at. And then he's going to go on to, then we're going to skip ahead and go to that portion. Before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all pick y'all up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description for purchase. Also, I appreciate all of y'all that's been supporting the channel, liking, subscribing. I couldn't did it without y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Y'all, please get these likes up. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Politics is usual.
Hip-hop was initially the sonic vanguard of protest, the genre that gave us
George Bush doesn't care about black people. Please call.
In the past few days.
And
y'all let me know if y'all remember that, man. It's a lot of new hip-hop fans that probably never seen that. But that was super viral right there when Kanye did that. Let's get it.
Now, one of its former prophets, clad in the filthiest fabric, gives praise to the worst possible human being you could think of. There was a time in hip-hop when a good day meant making it home alive after a police encounter. Today, in a perverse inversion of that same sentiment, a good day might mean a primetime slot on Tucker Carlson.
So why would you be doing this of all interviews? I mean, you could do an interview with anyone. You're doing an interview with me. Obviously, you're going to take abuse for doing that. Like, why would you do that?
Because I think it's silly not to talk to people.
In the middle, we see chess players, rappers like 50 Cent and Drake, who have perfected the art of political neutrality. Their silence is not passive, it's a calculated shield.
Then I start telling them the stuff that my publicist told me, right? Because she told me two things you don't say. You don't say nothing about religion, and you stay away from politics, right? Because no matter what your beliefs are, someone passionately disagrees with you, right? So you just stay away from.
Hey, that's something I refuse. I refuse to argue with somebody that's not going to accept my beliefs, and I'm not going to accept their beliefs. I can't, in the scriptures in the Bible, it says that, if you argue with a fool, I ain't talking about somebody who's just not going to accept your beliefs. I'm talking about somebody who's just delusional. If you argue with that person, you're just as foolish as them. You're just as foolish as them.
Now, if you don't believe she was correct, all you have to do is ask Kanye.
This is where hip-hop lives now, somewhere between neoliberal survivalism, performative centrism, and radical intent. If Drake is a master at one thing, it's being non-committal, while Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole make clear political references.
They stand on business. They stand for their people. That's why Drake was like, hell with all that heritage. I ain't for the people. I'm about my bag. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say the same thing for Dot and Cole. They gonna stand for their people.
Kendrick Lamar at times makes protest music foundationally built on generational trauma. His America is racist and haunted.
And we hate po-po when the killer's dead in the street for sure. Welcome to Vigilante 80, so don't you ask me. I'm hungry, my body's antsy. I rip through your fucking pantry.
J. Cole also follows this rhetoric in his music as well. Let's roll the clip.
And you tell me why every time I step outside, I see my die. All we want to do is take the chains off. All we want to do is break the chains off.
Jay-Z positions himself as a reformist capitalist, a man who believes in black liberation through ownership, not radical change. And if you ask Jay-Z at times, he feels like this. Let's roll the clip.
So I guess liberation, that mean go do what you want to do. Go, you know what I'm saying? I believe in that to a point, you know what I'm saying? Because the way that it's structured the way it's structured. You know what I'm saying? No need for me to get into that. But you could go get your coins. You could go get your coins. You just got to get off your butt and go get them. I do believe in that.
That's my word.
Black Republican money keep coming in. Can't turn my back on the hood. I got love for them.
That's my word. Black Republican money keep coming in.
What we have to be really clear about is, America is built on free enterprise. So we don't want to knock anyone for being successful in America.
Now, Nas takes a completely different stance on the political spectrum on the same song. Let's roll the clip.
I feel like a black militant taking over the government. Can't turn my back on the hood. Too much love for them.
And then you have Killer Mike, who, if you would have asked me back when he was on his Run the Jewels wave, I would have said with confidence that he's a leftist, but his recent actions say otherwise.
Hold on, I want to finish this.
This is on your behalf. At a certain point, we can't be assholes. At a certain point, these are black men and women, and in particular, these are black women. On some real G shit. It doesn't matter how you feel about her personally. Everything she has just said, Louis Farrakhan said for the last 25 years. So,
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Did Donald Trump endorsements from rappers like Kanye West, Kodak Black, Azealia?
I got inspired by the sister Candace Owens. When I stopped drinking, I watched a lot of videos of people testimony on why they don't drink no more and how alcohol is poison over here. And, it leads to depression and all of that stuff. So she had a powerful, powerful video that she wrote on why she didn't drink. You know what I'm saying? And that helped me a lot. You know what I'm saying? It helped me a lot. So, yeah, I just wanted to add that in here. I don't hate my sisters. I don't hate my brothers, but, we gonna get on them as we go.
Banks and Waka Flocka signal a new, bolder class of conservative hip-hop voices. In this video, we're gonna dissect the whole spectrum. Everybody's gonna get it, from the radical Marxists to the nutjob mega hats, because understanding where hip-hop sits politically is as much a culture question as it is a moral one. Let's break it down. At the far end of the political spectrum, far outside the gravitational pull of liberal reform, resides the uncompromising voice of Dead Prez.
Hey, let's see what died at. Let's see what died at. This is what we come for. This is what we come for. Let's see what he said about Dot, y'all. Let's get it.
For the most part, Kendrick Lamar avoids aligning with any political party or movement outright, but his catalog, performances, and symbolic gestures trace a clear arc towards the left, specifically a lineage rooted in black rights, anti-capitalism, and anti-colonial critique. His political views aren't always explicit, but they're everywhere. In To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar turns rap into decolonial scripture via the cover art. And on the song All Right, it became the unofficial soundtrack of the Black Lives Matter movement. All Right is an amazing song that only few MCs can pull off. He was able to lean into hope as resistance. Now, on the other hand, The Blacker the Berry is painful and dark. Let's roll the clip.
You hate me, don't you? You hate my people, your plan is to terminate my culture.
You hate me, don't you? You hate my people, your plan is to terminate my culture.
You sabotage my community, making a killing. You made me a killer. Emancipation of a real nigga.
Kendrick Lamar is straight up outing white supremacy, but it's also a cold dissection of the elements that make up the machinery of systemic racism. As much as Kendrick Lamar is poetic, he's theatrical too. His live performances are studies in the art of generational pain. Take the 2016 Grammy Awards. He walked on stage in Prison Blues, shackled in chains, flanked by a line of black men behind bars. It was a visceral critique of the prison industrial complex. His nod to the Black Panthers is more than just an aesthetic, which we'll get into shortly. At the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show, amid a sea of nostalgic West Coast royalty, Kendrick appeared in all-black militant uniform. His dancers dressed like modern-day revolutionaries, tightly choreographed in formation.
Yeah, I know what that remind me of. Y'all remember Meteor Man? The Golden Lords? The Golden Lords.
The performance recalled his earlier anthem High Power, a track that openly referenced Malcolm X, Huey Newton. When I watched it live, it felt like prophecy fulfilled. Let's roll the clip.
Visions of Martin Luther staring at me. Malcolm X put a hex on my future, someone catch me. I mean, this shit is Huey Newton going stupid, you can't resist his high power. Visions of Martin Luther staring at me. If I see it how he seen it, that will make my parents happy.
Killer Mike's voice was the sound of leftist hip-hop, so how did the torchbearer of leftist hip-hop all of a sudden go from this?
I know that the only person that my logical, beautiful black mind will allow me to vote for is Senator Bernie Sanders. And I want to tell the other side, I know from going around and shaking hands and hugging these beautiful black faces in South Carolina, that goddamn firewall got a crack in it.
To this.
And to her, there was a study that was done recently about left-wing authoritarianism. And
you can't let your fair and equitable thoughts become totalitarian.
In recent years, the public face...
Yeah, Killer Mike, well studied, man. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. I say... It's a jet just passed. That joint was loud. But I say, man, the rulers of this world, they gonna do what they do, man. They gonna do what they do. That's why I don't even involve myself in this right wing, left wing, and all that shit. My main point is to get yourself together. Look in the mirror and see what you need to correct. It's the only thing, man. That's the only thing. You know, no, I don't vote. I ain't into none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see what they had to offer in this video. And I like he structured his video well. But, you know, as always, I will leave a link in the description for you to watch the whole thing on your own. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you could gain something from it. But, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.